Yo guys, it's Ehi back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different Google dropshipping stores that are currently scaling and crushing it across 3 different niches. Now guys, while you're watching this video, I want you guys to just keep in mind the fact that these stores are running strictly on Google, right? So no cross-platform advertisement, just strictly Google. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys store by store and break down exactly what they're selling, how their product pages are built, how their home pages are built, why they're winning on Google specifically, right? And by the end of this, you're not just going to know that these stores exist, you're going to know exactly what to actually implement when you're setting up your own stores, the specific moves to make, the specific additions to your product pages and your home pages. So let's just get straight into it. First store, so this is actually the first store that we're going to be going over. As you guys can see, this is a home decor store. I remember doing product research a couple weeks ago for my home decor stores, and I ran across this store right here. I remember it was doing pretty good numbers. Let's just check what it's currently doing at the moment. Wow, this store is doing 658,000 visitors. Guys, this store is crushing it. Seriously, you know, it went from 200K in April and it scaled all the way up to 658,000 monthly visitors. You guys can see this is a regular home decor store and it's still crushing it to that level. If I had to guess why this store is really scaling this hard, I would say it's mostly because of the multi-feed, right? As you guys can see, there's a currency and market selector here, and you can see that the store is running in multiple markets at the moment, right? So Australia, Canada, Denmark, Israel, Italy, New Zealand, Portugal, Romania, South Africa. It's running in a whole bunch of markets. And the store as a whole is actually pretty clean also. It looks like a regular dropshipping store, to be honest. But you can see that they've incorporated AI in their homepage, you know, to better brand them. But to be honest, I think they should update their AI images, because I don't know when or which version of AI that they used to make these images, but it seems a bit outdated. You know, you could kind of tell that these are AI images, so they might want to change that. But honestly, don't fix, it's working. You know, they've scaled up to crazy numbers. You know, it's still just a pretty simple store. They have 3 main collections here, as you can see: home interior, outdoor garden, kitchen and storage, which is pretty interesting. So it looks like they just serve the average home appliance buyer. So people that want to decorate their homes, decorate their kitchens, which is pretty nice. You know, they have a wide range of products in their catalog, which is very, very good. Always good. It's always good to have as many products as possible. I'm pretty sure that these are validated products as well. If we just click one of them, yeah, their product page is also pretty clean. There's nothing really special. They have a nice add to cart. Here they've gained some trust with some payment badges, so people know exactly what payment methods are accepted by the store. They're not using any swatches, so they've kept their product page pretty simple. Description is also pretty, I'm sure it's not aligned right now because I'm currently on desktop mode, but on mobile this should look pretty clean, you know. So they go into specifics. It's always very important to have the measurements, especially for home decor, because these are pieces that, you know, you can't really eyeball when you're just looking at an image. So it's good to really have these specifications so you can also lower refund rates and chargebacks. Yeah, this store is really clean. They have some branding here. I'm pretty sure this is also AI. They have their guarantee on their page. They have trust badges. Yeah, this is a clean store. GMC compliant as well. It has all the information. It's very transparent. They tell you about their returns, the shipping policy. You also have all the policies here on the bottom footer. You have the customer service times and everything, so it's really nice. Yeah, let's quickly take a look at their add to cart to see if they have anything special. Okay, nice. So in their add to cart as well, they're doing some good upsells here, as you guys can see, which is actually really good. So what this is the more products you buy, the higher percentage that you get off of your total order. So if I add 2 products, I get 10% off. 3 products. I also have this on most of my stores, so this is really good. It increases AOV and also boosts conversions. So they're doing a very good job with this. Honestly, they're crushing it without a few factors that I would have added to my stores. For example, some more urgency on my product page, I would have added a bit more social proof as well. If they add this to their store, this store will crush it even more than it is right now. This store also has nice keyword rich titles, which also will boost them in the auction overall and suggest them to people that are really looking up any of these keywords. So if anyone needs a wall light that's waterproof, there's a huge potential that this product will show up on their Google shopping feed, right? I would say what you can learn from this store right here is that home decor will always be sold every day of the year, because people, of course, they're buying new houses all the time, new places. They need to have stuff for inside their house, right? But also when it's getting darker outside, for example, in Australia, now it's the winter time. A lot of people spend more time inside of their homes, so they're going to spend more money on home decor so they feel more cozy, right? So it's always nice to have a home decor store because you can sell certain products all year round, right? If you have garden lights on your store in the US, 4th of July, the summer's around, people might be spending a lot of time in their gardens, so they want outdoor lighting. So yeah, I would say this is why this store is really crushing it at the moment, and I love what they're doing. Me personally, home decor is definitely one of my favorite niches to sell in because of the AOV, right? You can't sell fashion pieces for these prices, right? So it's really, really nice. You have great profit margins as well. So yeah, guys, this is the next store, selling both women's and men's collections. It's a pretty nice store. It looks pretty general. As you can see here, it has over 2,000. As you can see here with the PPSPY Chrome extension, it has 2,749 products, which is a lot of products. Let's go ahead and check their traffic on SimilarWeb to see how they're doing. Okay, not bad. This store has 132,000 monthly visitors, which is pretty solid. I would say they're doing over 6 figures every single month. Let's go ahead and analyze how they're doing. So yeah, they're just selling general products. They have a nice layout on the store, right? They differentiate the collections, so men's and women's collection, which is good. Easy navigation. They have a specific section for the women's. I'm assuming that's what sells the most because it's the one that's on the home page. And here you can also see the popular items. I'm assuming that's the bestsellers. So you can see this is a typical Google store. The way you can really tell that it's a Google store is you'll usually have all the details for the business on the footer. So the business address, the email, you have all your policies, the payment options. It's always good to be very transparent with your customers on Google, especially because this is actually what gets you approved on your Google Merchant Center. So if you have all of these down packed and you have them very transparent, you should be on the way to an approval. So let's check their product page real quick. Okay, so I guess this store is running on just plain gray backgrounds, clean backgrounds. Let me see if it's actually for all the products. I didn't really see. Yeah, the backgrounds are mostly just plain backgrounds, which is always the best. This is actually what converts the best if you have clean backgrounds, nothing too busy. But yeah, a nice color scheme. I like the burgundy/red. This store right here is actually a lot more stacked than the last store, even though it's doing less numbers. But here you can see that you have the social proof, so Trustpilot badges, which is great. You have the size bar, so you can show customers like what they will expect when they order. Yeah, it's pretty nice, man. This is a typical Google store. It's really nice. They have more social proof down here. Authority on the brand through some AI images, customer service, easy navigation is always nice. Yeah, this is a nice store. They also have a great product catalog. Most of these products that I'm seeing here, I have them on some of my fashion stores. I know which ones sell and which ones don't, so I can see that this store is definitely dialed in on their product research as well. Let's check their add to cart quickly just to see what they're doing. Okay, so just a casual add to cart, casual checkout. They do have shipping protection. This is a nice addition because, it adds an extra $10 to the order if your customer selects it. So this is really nice as well. They're using WAP payment processor as well. Wow. Even some social proof at the add to cart. So these guys are really on top of all the factors that will increase their conversion rates. They have urgency, which is also something that stands out compared to the other store. This is a great example for a store. If I were you guys, I would definitely look to build a store that's similar to this one. But yeah, so what you should learn from this store is you should always make things easy for your customers to navigate through, right? You should have clean images. Of course, for me, I think it's best to always make the images clearer than these. I usually put my products on AI models just to stand out on the auction, because most people will actually be having this same image. For example, for this men's relaxed cotton summer shirt, most of your competitors will have this same image for this thing. Most of your competitors will have this same image for this shirt. So if you now put an AI model on this, right, with a different background, a cleaner studio background, you will stand out. And also, you can charge higher prices because it looks more quality, right? So these are all the strategies that I would probably add to this store in order to increase the monthly revenue. But yeah, this store is solid, man. Now, Mayberry is also a store that is doing pretty well. As you guys can see, it does have 667, which is also kind of the sweet spot for the amount of products you should have on your store. It looks like they're selling a lot of summer clothing right now, which is smart because it is the summertime. And it seems like this is just a women's store also. So you can do both ways. You could do both ways. Usually, if you're just starting off with Google, I'll always suggest to sell both men and women's. But it's always an option to sell towards one gender. It's always, it works, right? Everything works. But here you can see that they have a big mega menu. This is really good for navigation, because navigation is, the easier it is for your customer to navigate through your store, the better, the process towards checkout would be. Here you can see that they have the dresses category, tops and blouses, jackets and coats, shoes, and extras, right? For other seasons, obviously. But yeah, this store looks pretty clean. Let's check out the product page. Yep. Similar to the previous store, Velorea, this store also has a stacked product page, right? I love the drop-down menus on this store because not only is it good information for the customers, but it's also good for your Google Merchant Center, right? For Google Merchant Center approvals, they're always going to do a manual check on your store for certain types of information that you give your customers, right? You want to be as transparent as possible, like I told you guys already. Nice. They have a pop-up as well, which is always good for your email flows. You can collect emails, give out discounts, also increases conversion rates. Yeah, this is also a really, really nice store with a great product catalog. I'll definitely take a look into this store if I were you guys as well. You guys can also see by the footer that this is also a Google store, because you can see the company details here. You can see the company address, the Instagram, the customer service time frames. This is not usually something that you see on Meta stores. So yeah, this is a really, really nice store as well that converts a lot, right? This is a great addition. I actually add this on my stores as well. This is another thing I add on my stores. I always add reviews, right, of customers buying. I'm sure this guy used AI for all of these reviews, but it looks pretty natural to me. It looks pretty nice to me, actually. Wow, this picture right here is phenomenal because it looks really, really real, actually. But yeah, more reviews. They have the bundle deals, which is always great. Let me check the add to cart to see if they have it on the... Okay, they don't have it on the add to cart. It'll be great if they add this right here in the add to cart. That will increase conversion a lot. So yeah, you guys can see there's more urgency also. Only 2 left in stock, but obviously there isn't only 2 left in stock, but this is a great strategy to use as well. They they state the bundle deals 3 different times on the product page, so it really exclaims it in the customer's face. There's one time right here, a second time right here, and a third time right here. So your customer is going to be aware that there's a sale, especially here also with the moving section here. You can see that there's up to 70% off on the site, plus free shipping. This is great. This is great. This is how you want your store to look, actually. So there you guys have it. That was the store review session that I wanted to give you guys today. Like I told you guys, I really want to just put out as much authentic and raw content as possible. I know this might not have been the most entertaining video. I hope you guys learned what to look for in a store, right? And here's the thing, I'm not telling you to actually just copy these stores product for product, because that's not the move, and it's not what makes this work, right? What you take from this is the framework. You know, you have to find a store already proven in a specific niche that you want to sell in. SimilarWeb tells you if the traffic is real, so you validate that. And the bestsellers on these stores tells you exactly what is converting for them, right? Not what you might think converts. So the goal is for you to always build your own version, right? Or even do better than your competitors, right? So you need your own titles, you need your own product descriptions, you need your own images, product images. So it is up to you to one up your competitors in those 3 aspects right there. So I use AI for all of this, right? AI is the best tool that you can use for your product listing because it makes sure that everything is SEO driven. You're selling on Google at the end of the day, right? So everything needs to be search engine optimized, right? And it's also really nice for you to use AI to make your images as crisp as possible. Get images from different angles, right? Showcasing your product in the best light possible. You want to use their stores as proof that the demand exists, not as something to just trace over. So that's the difference between a store that gets flagged and dies in 3 months and a store that's still standing 3 years after, right? So that's the framework, the 3 real stores that I showed you guys, 3 completely different structures and on one platform. So guys, I hope you guys are starting to see the benefit of advertising on Google. I'm going to keep dropping content on the next one.